while I'm not saying that free is an impossibility here in terms of Call of Duty, because we've gotten things like free DLC maps and free weapons post-launch the last few years, it's still somewhat surprising when we get something out of nowhere dropped on us classified as free. Today is one of those days, and we're going to be breaking down what you can get, how to get it, and what's on deck here for Vanguard and Warzone the Season 2 launch. And along with that, I also wanted to touch base on today's rather large Vanguard update, but surprisingly lack of content for such an update that came at least as of today, and why that is, as well as when you can see that content actually coming around. That said, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Liking some of these free things that we'll be getting. What are your thoughts on League Play's delay? Whatever the case, drop it below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Vanguard, Warzone, and anything COD related. If you'd also like to support the channel a little bit further, and you plan on picking up anything from the Battle Pass to a store bundle, you can use creator code Espresso in the support a creator function. It's an entirely optional way to support the channel, so don't ever feel pressure to do so, but if you ever do, tweet me a picture. I'd love to shout out some of your generous support in upcoming videos like these legends on screen. So first and foremost, we ended up having a max double XP event announced here for this weekend. Probably better branding than the quintuple XP event we've been calling it, but that's what it is. Double XP, double weapon XP, double battle pass XP, double operator XP, and double clan XP, all available here as of starting tomorrow for the weekend. This can be found in Warzone or Vanguard, so it doesn't matter which one of the two you prefer playing, you can rank up anything in both games. Honestly, I think this is pretty perfect for me. I still need to finish up ranking a few things like weapons, and honestly, I'd like to make an initial push towards Prestige Master, but also, I'm not going to say no to a Battle Pass boost either, especially because right now, maybe I'm crazy, but seems like a nerf was maybe made to the XP earn rates on that, but I don't know. I'll inevitably finish it, but it's just more of a matter of when, and obviously, I'd like a little boost when I can take it. But also, talking about Battle Passes, it was announced that we'll end up seeing 10 free tier skips for all players starting tomorrow, which then ties into that free pack content somewhat. Now, first, independent of it, there's that 10 free tier skips granted to players starting tomorrow. Doesn't matter how far into the Battle Pass you are. I'd imagine that they bank if you ended up miraculously finishing it already, or if you outright bought the pass, but for the vast majority of us, I can't imagine we're anywhere near that concern yet, but 10 tier skips for absolutely no charge. Just like the free content pack, it costs absolutely nothing. The way you get it, though, is by logging into either Vanguard or Warzone starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time until the 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So a 4-day window of just simply logging into your account to get credit for these things is all it takes. You don't even need to play any full game or anything like that. Just log on and jump into a menu here at this. But additionally, that free content pack ends up coming along with 9 items in the bundle. 1 legendary operator skin for Daniel, which is already actually in the game, we'll touch on in just a second. 2 legendary weapon blueprints, 1 SMG and 1 rifle, a battle pass tier skip in addition to the 10 we'll already see for free, so 11 in total, and a handful of other things. So definitely a nice little bonus if you ask me. It's nice because that's going to be something that's actually in the shop later on down the line that you can get for free and before anybody else here at that point. So take a few moments, log into the game here over the weekend. Definitely don't think it hurts. You get something free out of it, so always nice. Now, that said, outside of that, we saw today an update for Vanguard. Now, that update size was somewhat sizable, truthfully, but when you look at the changes that happened on the surface, there may be a lack of understanding since it's all relatively smaller stuff, something that doesn't seem to yield a title update. Now, that contents, as described by the patch notes, are things like bug fixes for crashing in the social menus, improper blueprint displays, bundle content fixes, and that tier 20 Beatrice skin being fixed out and being reinstated, whereas it was taken offline to avoid any problems that it caused in-game. And that's quite literally it. But I mean, what else is there? Because that's surely not something that fills out the rest of that update. Now, there were a few inadvertent changes that are live in the game right now that don't really have any access points, but you can kind of preview them. That being firstly the operator skin for Daniel that we talked about in that upcoming free pack starting as of tomorrow. It looks pretty cool, but just right now you can't actually equip it or earn it. You have to wait until tomorrow morning or over the weekend whenever you can log on and actually unlock it. We also saw that CDL camos were introduced here for all weapons, and they're universal camos, which is definitely nice. So that's something that we've seen in Black Ops Cold War, we saw in Modern Warfare, and with the CDL continuing on here, it is something that continues on for a 3rd year. Now, that's not the only CDL stuff that we will see. For Major 1, we end up knowing that we have a universal camo associated with the watch time reward here with that, whenever you link your YouTube and your Call of Duty accounts. So you can check that out, and that's kind of the secondary introduction here for universal camos. Personally, I still never understood the sort of design decision behind making camos blueprint specific and not universal. I feel like I'd buy way more camos if I could apply them to any gun instead of just one specific one here and there. That's just me though, but we also know that we will have outfits coming for CDL teams as well in conjunction with CDL team packs likely. So that's something that was added in on top of this here, those camos. But outside of that, the big thing here, the bulk of this update, was actually something that's not live just yet, that being ranked play. Because it was something that included everything coming within ranked play and what we'll see whenever that launches, modes, map sets that already exist, but in their own sort of wing of the game. If you remember how Cold War had its own fourth tile, that's how Vanguard will be as well. This update introducing an entirely new partition to the game, but that also means that we'll see on the fundamental level, the basic framework was also set in place here with this update. Skill divisions, ranking systems, elo systems, and the likes, as well as your rewards you can go for while grinding out your rank. And they gave even a little bit more of a detailed look at the things like competitive integrity, and even things like party SR restrictions that will be in place, which will set how much of a divide you can have between your rank and, say, another party or friend member's rank. So it's going to try and tighten that gap as much as possible, but still make it something you can still play with friends. Make it truly competitive, but also avoiding things like hard carries or vice versa, where somebody that may not belong in that skill rating ends up holding back a team. So that's something that was detailed and introduced with this update. However, it's all a bit premature because, as you probably know by now, there is no fourth wing of Vanguard just yet because this was actually delayed late last night. Treyarch ended up tweeting an update here for this saying ranked play update. In retail testing prior to launch, we discovered a stat-breaking issue that only appears in live environments. As a result, the beta will not go live tomorrow, as of today, as intended. Resolving this is a top priority and we'll have an update on timing ASAP. Now, that's obviously not the most ideal thing to hear, but is that good or bad? Personally, I'm kind of leaning on the direction of it being a good thing. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion here or anything like that. I know that the comp scene has been begging for this, and dude, I'm right there with you in the sense of I firmly believe that we should have a ranked scene and comp support from day one of a new game launch, especially when your franchise is trying to push a relegated $25 million buy-in league for league spots as a premier esport. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't something that we got at launch, and we've been waiting since. So the way that I see it, if it's only a few more days to have something that's playable and not a literal broken mess, so be it. I can wait out a couple of days here at this. Now, I get it. I hate waiting for stuff. I want to see it. But again, it'd be an even bigger deal to give it and then backtrack it if the problem came out into the live build for all. So for that, I think that I'm kind of leaning towards this is a good thing that we saw it delayed. Obviously not ideal by any means, but it is what it is. As for an updated ETA, there really has been none given. It could be at any point, honestly, and with something that's been marketed heavily for today, and with this being pushed in conjunction with the CDL's first leg of the season, this isn't something that they're going to hold off for the next major update or like mid-season or something like that. Once it's corrected, it's going to go out. So whether that's a day, a week, a month from now, hopefully not that long, but you get the picture. Once it's done, it's going to go out. So keep your eyes peeled. But that said, that's the update that we got as of today across Vanguard. We ended up getting some information about some free stuff and all things in between. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Are you guys looking forward to anything in particular out of this? How you feel about that delay here in ranked play? Whatever the case, drop it down there. But that said, if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Vanguard, Warzone, anything COD related, we got you covered here on the channel. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.